brothers and sisters, Allah Azza wa Jal gave us all reason we need to know Him. He gave us everything we need to guide ourselves, to guide our soul, to guide our mind, to know Him, to believe in Him, to communicate with Him. And this is very clear in the Quran. And He gave us a lot of examples about how that should be. And these examples was for the greatest people through the history of humanity. The prophets and messengers, those role models for the high morality, those role models for faith, those role models for every goodness in this life and in the next life. We reach the end of biography of Yusuf alayhi salam. And really, it's a great biography, especially if you listen to it in the Quran, especially if you follow it in the Quran. We reach the end of story. This story full with lessons, full with wisdom, full with schools and academies for the high morals, for calling to Allah, for how someone protect his children and protect his family, for how someone protect himself from doing sins or following the desires. We reach the end of this story after a lot and a lot of things happening. In Ayah 90, in chapter Yusuf, قالوا أئنك لأنت يوسف قال أنا يوسف وهذا أخي قد من الله علينا إنه من يتقي ويصبر فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين. They said, you are indeed Yusuf. He said, I am Yusuf. I am Yusuf. Now the truth starting to appear completely. As I said before, his vision, two sides. First one, that he will win and the truth will appear between him and his family. And also Allah will give him the power, will give him the kingdom, will give him this great position because they prostrate to him. So there is two sides. And before that, we found that how Allah gave him the power, gave him the mulk, and how he now control the economic of all the area. And this area at that time, it was the center of the world. And he controlled all the economic of this area. And now, the second chapter, how they admit to him, how they admit about what they did. قالوا أئنك لأنت يوسف. You are Yusuf. And he answered them, yes, I am Yusuf. And this is my brothers. And what else? He said, I survived from the well. He said, I survived from the prison. He said, I make the economic plan and save all the... No, it is not. The first word he said, I am Yusuf, and this is my brothers. Allah certainly favored us. قد من الله علينا. Everything I am in is a favor from Allah. All the victories I achieve, it's favor from Allah. Everything I survived from the well, I survived from my family and my brothers. I survived from the Zalikha, the woman of Al-Aziz. I survived from the woman of the city. I survived from the prison. All of these, it's a favor from Allah. Certainly, it's a favor in Allah. And Allah has rules. It is not because he is Yusuf. It is not because he is Abu Bakr. It is not because he is Umar. It is not because he is Ali. No, there is a rules. إنه من يتقي ويصبر فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين. Indeed, whoever make taqwa, not only fear Allah is a part from at-taqwa. Taqwa is big words. Everyone who become from al-atqiya, who did at-taqwa, and the taqwa to listen to the orders of Allah and to act with it and to avoid what Allah asks us not to do. So everyone become from al-muttaqeen, do taqwa, and also he is patient. So two important elements to win, two important ways to survive, to be from al-muttaqeen, to make taqwa, and then to be patient. And then to be patient, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُضِيعُ أَجْرَ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. And Allah will not allow to the reward of good people to lost. Of course, good people is not enough for muhsinin. Muhsinin is a high level of iman. Muhsinin is very special rank. Good people is they didn't give the meaning. So Allah will not lose the reward of muhsinin. What does that mean? To reach the level of ihsan, there are two important elements: taqwa and patience. This is two. And anyone will be with two things, Allah will not lose his reward. إنه من يتقي ويصبر فإن الله لا يضيع أجر المحسنين. قالوا, now their brothers said, قالوا تالله لقد آثرك الله علينا. We are sure, certainly, Allah has preferred you over us, and preferred you over us in dunya and akhirah. In dunya because he give you the power, he give you the kingdomship, and in akhirah, in your special place between the prophets. Tallahi, and they swear about this, and this give us how they feel sorrow, how they are regret about what they did. قالوا تالله لقد آثرك الله علينا وإن كنا لخاطئين. And we were certainly sinners. This is a good position. Someone to admit, someone to say, I did a mistake. No, I don't do a mistake. I did this. I didn't do this. No, it is not. It is very good. I did a mistake. You did a mistake. Everyone did a mistake. And if you did a mistake to anyone, it's healthy thing to come to him and to say, I am sorry. I did a mistake to you. Please forgive me. No, I don't say this. Why? Because I am arrogant. Why? Because I don't have the good moral. This is the moral of the people. Now they return to their good origin. They are children of Yaqub. They are children of Israel. They should have high moral. They should have good position. And now this good origin appear again. قالوا, they admit that he is the man, he is the one, and they admit that they have been sinners. So, what is his reaction? He will punish them. He will put them in jail. He will kill all of them because they threw him in the well, he will get revenge from them. No, it is not. This is not the moral of prophets. This is not the moral of the people who graduate from the school of heaven. This is the school of prophets and messengers. قال لا تثريب عليكم اليوم. Ayah number 92. No blame will be upon you today. No blame for you today. May Allah forgive you. And He is the most merciful, and He is the full and complete merciful. وهو أرحم الراحمين. قال لا تثريب عليكم اليوم. What does that mean? I forgive you. I forgive you. And I will ask Allah to forgive you, to forgive your sin. You know what? This event, these things remind us about very great thing happening with the Prophet and the people of Quraysh when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam opened Mecca and control Mecca again after a lot of suffering, after a lot of torturing him and his people, after a lot of wars and surrounding and killing and all types of pressure, all type of stress, all type of conspiracy. What did the Prophet said? اذهبوا فأنتم الطلقاء. Go, you are free. This is the school of prophets and messengers. This is the school of heaven. This is the school of the people graduate from the divine books, but the real divine books. But the books Allah revealed to His prophet and messengers. And anything opposite this or against this, it is not from the divine book. It is not from the moral of the people who graduate from the heaven school. It is from our desire. It is from our society. It is, furthermore, we wear the clothes and the appear of the religion. Furthermore, we act like. Furthermore, we look like. It is not a matter how we look. It is not a matter how we act. It's a matter about the reality. قال لا تثريب عليكم اليوم. No blame will be upon you today. May Allah forgive you, and He is the most merciful. He is the complete merciful. وهو أرحم الراحمين. Now, after this great example about forgiving, after this great how to deal with your enemies, with the people who hurt you, and everything with wisdom. We have to understand some people put forgiveness not in the right place. Someone take scorpion and he forgive him and put him in his pocket. The scorpion will bite you again and again. You have to know where to put your forgiveness. And as I said, every action should go together with wisdom. Anything without wisdom, it will be great disaster. After we finish this great example about forgiveness, we will go to another great things happening in the story. Now, Yusuf told his brothers to go with his shirt. اذهبوا بقميصي هذا. Take my shirt and throw it on your father's face. Oh, so it's a shirt and it's the face of your father. So do you think that your shirt is eye drops or it's antibiotics or what? Take my shirts and throw it in your father's face, and he will see again. What is this? It is different chemistry. It is different laws We didn't read it in the book. We didn't learn it in the university. It's something people learn it in the school of heaven, and it's very high level of understanding. Go through the shirt on his face and bring them all to me. Bring all the family together to me. وَأْتُونِي بِأَهْلِكُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. So now, ولما فصلت العير, this is amazing. But what is also amazing that when the caravan depart from Egypt and going towards Yaqub and his family, Yaqub said, I smell Joseph. I smell Joseph. How you smell Joseph? How you spell Joseph? You know, it's a channel, yes. It's sending and receiving. It is something different from what the people know in their life. I smell the Joseph. I smell Joseph. And if you didn't say because I am weak or it is something on my mind, I will say something. But he afraid to say this because they will say, okay, you always keep mentioning Yusuf. Now it is more than 40 years. Now it's about 40 years about what happening and you still mentioning Yusuf. قالوا تالله إنك لفي ضلالك القديم. Ayah number 95. They said, indeed, by Allah, you are in your old error. You are in your old stray. You keep mentioning someone died long time ago. You keep asking about him. You keep. But now the miracle happens. فلما أن جاء البشير ألقاه على وجهه. And now when the barrier coming and who carry the good tides and he cast it over his face, he returned saying, فارتد بصيرا. He returned saying again, and he said, I know from Allah that you don't know. You don't know what I know from Allah. This is a special knowledge. Really, this is very important. And this is give us about the school of love. School of love in front of Allah. School of love in the way to Allah. And Allah Azza wa Jal told us about those people who love each other in front of Allah that they will be on a high place of nur in the day of judgment. المتحابون في جلالي, the people who love each other. This is something very rare nowadays. This is something could reach the level of prophets and messengers. The prophets and messengers looked to those people on these columns of nur and said, who are they? Who are they in this high and great rank in the akhirah? So this is the love in front of Allah. And really the story of Yusuf alayhi salam and the biography of Yusuf alayhi salam told us about two types of love. Two types of love. The first type is the love of Zalikha, the wife of Al-Aziz. Her name is Zalikha. The love of Zalikha, when she loved Yusuf, she didn't love the Prophet. She didn't love the Noor. She loved the flesh. She loved the eyes. She loved the muscles. And this is the low love. This is the love of animals. Yes, it's the love of animals. But the other type of love, the love of spirit, the love of mind, the love of thought, this is the high level of love. This is the love in front of Allah. So this ayat told us about two schools of love. The love of Zaliha and the love of Yusuf and Yaqub in front of Allah, in the way of Allah. And if we go today and look, which school is spread more and more? Which school is supported by media, supported by festival, supported by business, Valentine, red hearts, flowers, everyone, everything today support the school of Zaliha in love. Of course, what I mean, the school of Zaliha, that is illegal love. Everything legal love, I supported and the religion supported 100%. Everything illegal love, it is devil love. It is fabricated love. And we have to understand this clearly. And as I said, now this ayat give us two schools of love. The love of Zaliha and the love of Yusuf alayhi salam, the prophet. And to see how different. And as I said, if we look nowadays, we will see that everything support the first school, the school of Zaliha, support the school of evil love, support the school of animal love, support the school of appearance. Why you are against this? Because all of this will be to sand. All of this will be end sooner or later. However, the woman is beautiful. Day by day, she will get old. How is the man beautiful? His muscles, his eyes, day by day, it will become less and less and less. But the love of Noor will increase more and more. It will not stop. The love of wisdom will increase more and more, and it will not stop. The love in front of Allah, it's the greatest love we can imagine. And this is a great example about it. The love story between Yusuf and his father, between Yusuf and his teacher. How they have channels without mobile phone. He sent and he is sure that he will become seeing again, and he receive before they come, and he say, I smell him on the way to me. So, and also here, very important point. In all the story between Yusuf and Yaqub, one accident happened. The story of the shirt. One accident happened, and all the story, working, suffering, patient. Unfortunately, some people today make this every day. No, it is not. Make the story of the shirt and Yusuf and Yaqub, it should be every day. No, it is not. And this is because a lot of book of some Sufi people mention a lot and a lot of this story, and the people think that this is the religion. No, it is not. If we return now we look to the story of Yaqub, we look to the story of Yusuf, and we found that only this story happened. What does that mean? That means that we have to understand that this happened one time in life, not happening every day. We don't want to have miracles every day, miracles in the morning, miracles we don't want to make vision and dreams control our life. We want wisdom. We want vision. We want connection with Allah. We want to be in this life in a good situation. I remember a nice story about this. One student of the Sheikh coming to the Sheikh crying. Why you are crying? And he said, oh Sheikh, I watched bad dream yesterday. What is bad dream? He said, you are sailing in a great ship and you are the leader on this ship, and a lot of people with you. And I try to catch the ship. I run and I run. Unfortunately, the ship left and I couldn't get into it. Oh, the vision is very clear. The vision is very obvious. And he is crying now and he's sad. But the wise sheikh told him, oh, my son, if you didn't get into ship in the vision, get into it when you are waking up. Oh, if you didn't do it when you close your eyes, did it when you open your eyes. If you didn't do it in the dream, do it in reality. Who prevent you? We need to open our eyes. We need to open our mind. We need to understand the book of Allah deeply. And this is great stories narrated to the Prophet. And the Prophet listened to it. And his companion listened to it. And they make it as a role model in their life. For this reason, Allah Azza wa Jal told. And after that, the children of Yaqub asked their father, قالوا يا أبانا استغفر لنا. Oh, our father, ask Allah forgiveness. Ask Allah to forgive us. Can we do this? Of course. Can we ask the Prophet to ask Allah to forgive us? Of course. Of course. This is the Quran. And Yaqub said, قال سوف أستغفر لكم ربي إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. Now he is dead. He is dead as a body. But everyone in life as spirit. قال سوف أستغفر لكم ربي إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. I will ask forgiveness to you. I will ask my Lord to forgive you. فلما دخلوا على يوسف آوى إليه أبويه. And when they entered the kingdom of Yusuf, when they reached Egypt, he entered. He took his parents and told them, enter Egypt with safety and security. ادخلوا مصر إن شاء الله آمنين. So enter Egypt with safety and security. Why? Because now it is the country of prophets, the country of Yusuf and Yaqub, the country of high morals. It is not a matter of position. It's not a matter of the walls. It's a matter of the people. When Rasulullah came to Yathrib, it was Yathrib. It was a lot of disease. It was a bad environment. It was a lot of enemies. But when the Prophet came to it, it became Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara. The city full with nur. Why? Because of the Prophet. The man who gives the honor to place, not the place who gives the honor of the man. Oh, I am from Bilad Sham. Oh, I am from India. I am from so and so. You give the honor to the place, not the stone who give you the honor. And this is very important. Today, all the airlines of Egypt, they said, enter, ادخلوا مصر إن شاء الله آمنين. Yes, this is very nice. But when the country follow the teaching of Allah, when the country follow the moral of the Prophet and the messengers, every country did this will be safe and secure country. May Allah give you khair and afiyah. May Allah accept from all of you. And inshallah, we will continue this great wisdom, this great signs of Yusuf alayhi salam next week, inshallah. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين إلى شرف النبي وأرواح المؤمنين. الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم أعنا على دوام ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك، ولا تجعلنا يا إلهنا يا مولانا من الغافلين. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه، وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا، وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون، وسلام على المرسلين، والحمد لله رب العالمين. إلى شرف النبي وأرواح المؤمنين. الفاتحة.